Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. Today I would like to do a color and chat. Yes, a color and chat. This is going to be for the Kameliya Angelkova color along that I am doing. I'm co-hosting it with Kate from Kate's Coloring Haven, and I will link her YouTube channel down below in the description. If you haven't checked her out yet, go ahead and do so. She does some terrific color and chats. She live streams. Just a really nice gal. So yeah, pop on over and check out her channel. Today I want to color out of the 50 Spiral Mandalas, and the picture that I picked out was this one. And I want to, because I color with my glitter gel pen so much, I don't do it a lot on camera because, as you know, it's a slower medium to color with than markers, but it is faster than pencil. So it's kind of that in-between type of medium in regard to speed. But I will not get this done today. Of course, there's going to be a part 1 and a part 2 to this color and chat. And I thought that I would give my Color It gel pens some love. I have both the glitter set and the, I call it a various set, but there are a lot of glitter pens in this set too, and they are different colors than what is in their regular glitter gel pen set. So they coincide, they complement each other very nicely. And that's why I also have the refills for both sets, because you know I love my glitter. I will link all of this down below. You can get all of this on Amazon, and I will go ahead and link Kameliya's book, this Spiral Mandalas book, down below too. So I am going to look at, of course I have a color chart made for this too, because if you're not familiar with the Color It glitter gel pens, they do actually have both color names and numbers on them and on their refills, which is so nice for glitter gel pens. You very, very rarely find that. So I did make color charts for both the glitter set and for the miscellaneous set, I guess, if you want to call it that. And you can see how many glitters there are in this set. Then there are some metallics, a few pastels, and some neons. Yeah, I very rarely use these. Metallics once in a while. And maybe then, well, I guess I use these once in a while, but yeah, vast majority of the time it's all of these. So, let's see, color scheme wise, I typically always use a yellow. Because I like to do like a background color if it really needs a background type of color. A lot of times I'll use yellow, and a lot of times I'll start in the middle with my yellow. So I know I'm going to have a yellow in this, and I do like this 24 karat. So I think I'm going to use that. That's out of the glitter gel pen set. So let's find a 24 karat. And yeah, if you're not familiar with these, I don't know if you can even see that on camera. It does have the name here and the code. Okay. And then that is also on, the code itself is also on the refills. So, love that. Okay, then I want to go with, let's go with a blue. And let's see, I don't want a real pale blue, but I don't think I want to go real dark because I want to include purple too, of course. Let's use just a middle purple. Let's try azure. That again is out of the glitter set. Azure. Yes. Okay. And the thing that's nice also about Color It is they come in these fantastic cases. Look at this pretty glittery case that the glitter gel pens come in. I think that is so pretty. Okay. Me and my glitter. Yeah, then I want to use that purple. So I don't want to go too dark. I want to kind of go mid-range, not super light. I do like Vineyard an awful lot, and that's why I use it. So maybe I should use it. I use Vineyard a lot. Let's do, I also like this inner purple. It's very similar. Let's use Purple Joy. That's a little bit of a darker purple. And what set is that in? That's in the other set. Okay. Okay, so we have, is it Purple Joy? Yes, here's Purple Joy. And what other color do I want to throw in here? Oh, kitty hair. You can tell I have cats. Okay, let's throw in a green. So we'll have yellow, blue, purple, and green. Do I want to go with a light green? Yeah, I like a lime green. This Peridot is so pretty. So those are pretty. And we got some pretty ones down here. Spirit green or Peridot. They're very similar. Let's try Peridot. That again is out of the glitter set. I like the lime green colors. So, which is Peridot. There we go. Okay, we have our colors. All right, so let us start. Pull up the old sleeves and let's zoom in. Okay, even though it is not dark outside yet, I had to turn the lights on, and hopefully it's not going to be too shadowy. It's very gloomy here. Not the coldest, surprisingly, but I had to turn the lights on because, yeah, it's getting kind of dark. So how is everybody? I have not talked to you guys for a while. I'm really sorry about that, but yeah, again, with having to babysit on Tuesdays now too, so I'm babysitting all 5 days, it gets a little hectic. Let's do blue around that. And while I'm coloring, I never close my pens up. I always leave them open. Gel pens don't typically dry out unless you leave them open for a week. I really left mine open overnight and they're just fine. For the most part. I don't know if that's all brands, but the brands I have anyhow, there's never been a problem. And the Color It gel pens are just so nice. They're very, Chromatech is very similar to the Color It pens. And they do have color names and numbers. Now, Chromatech used to have the name and number on the barrel of the pen too, just like Color It. They decided to take it off of the barrel because it really would have raised the production costs a lot by putting it on the barrel when I talked with them. And they were debating whether to have to raise the price for us, the consumer, by keeping this on the outside or not putting it on and be able to keep the pens the same price. And they opted to go with keeping the pens the same price and taking this off. I think I would have been willing to pay an extra buck for a set of gel pens, or even two, if they had the name on the barrel. But because the refill inside is still going to have the code on, when you take this refill out and you see that code on here, because you can very easily read it. Now, where is it on here? Can't read it on here, but on Chromatech you can see it very easily. Oh, this is the initial pen from the set, so that one doesn't have a code on. The refills all have codes. The codes from the Chromatech set, the refills do have codes on, so when you take the refill out of here, it'll have the code on, so you know which one to put back in. So you don't necessarily have to have it on the outside of the barrel, and that was the logic that they went with. For the longest time, the 50 set, because they have a 30 set and a 50 set. They call them a 60 set and a 100 set because it comes with the 30 or 50 pens, and then also including 30 or 50 refills. And the 50 refills were not available for the longest time. And one of you subscribers let me know, thank you very much, that the 50 set is now, the refills, is now available again. So I went out and I ordered myself a set because I love me some Chromatech. They color as nicely as these, and they have some very, very similar colors as these. Donna from Color with Donna, when she still was coloring on her channel, was the first one to discover these, and she did some swatching and some testing of the colors, and is the first one that noticed, these are very similar to Color It gel pens, but yet they cost quite a bit less. So yeah, if you want to check out some nice, I do have a video out there on the Chromatech gel pens. If I remember, I will link that down below also, so you yourself can see how nice they are, and if you want to order some and try some out. Like I said, they're very similar to these Color It gel pens, but are not near as expensive. So they are very nice. I have a few sets of refills of those pens. So I was happy when the 50 sets came back out, the refills came back out. Now with this being a mandala, I am going to be, well, let me zoom in a little bit more. I am going to be having to turn the book on you quite a bit. It's the only way I can color a mandala and get it in an angle that I need to color it decently. Now it is like 3:45, and so it's getting late already. I had to record some other videos, and then I discovered my phone was going low already. Not super low, but it was only at like 40-some%. And I thought, I don't know if that's going to last me. So ate some lunch and colored a little bit and let my phone charge up some, and then I did a couple other videos. I wanted to leave this one for last because it's going to be my longest video, and so yeah, I had to wait a while to be able to do this one. So it is getting close to finishing my supper meal. I have chicken breast cooking in the slow cooker with some homemade teriyaki sauce. Doesn't that sound good? So I have to pull them out at around 4, quarter after 4 maybe I will. And I gotta cut up the chicken breasts, strain the teriyaki juice so it doesn't have all the chunks of the yuck from the chicken. And yeah, thicken up that sauce, make some rice, dump all the chicken back in the thickened sauce. Yummy, yummy. Okay. Isn't that pretty already? Now with the lights on, this is probably going to have a little bit of shine to it, so I hope it's not going to be too bad. I see my light from this side must be angled a little bit to, let me turn it over just a tad, because then I think it cuts down on the shadow. It's still shadowing. Let me bring this one up a little bit more. I have a light. I have lights up on both sides of my desk now, because the light underneath is just too glary and it has a tendency to flicker too much. So I got some lights for up on top of my desk, up on the riser, and that seems to work better. But now today it seems like it's shadowy, so maybe let me adjust what light I'm using. How's that one? That one's worse. I guess it's not going to matter. I'm going to have to do some playing with that because I thought I had it at a good setting, and then I forgot what I had to do, and I had to adjust it for something, and yeah, now it's messed up. Darn it. But if you're like me, and when I watch a color and chat, I am just listening. I'm not really watching. I love to color while I am listening to a color and chat. And I don't know if you are like that too. But yeah, or diamond paint, or, you know, what have you. So we're going to see how far we get with this before I have to go and finish supper. And then if we're not far enough, I will come back, because I don't think I'll get too far in that time frame. And I want to get this half done, or somewhere thereabouts. Maybe I won't be able to, but I'm going to color, you know, as much as I can during this first color and chat. And then if I have to, I will color a little bit of it off camera until I know that I have about 45 minutes to an hour left. Because without having Tuesdays off now, I'm not doing the real long color and chats, or the longer, I should say, color and chats. My hour and a half, 2 hour color and chats. But yeah, hopefully, not this next week, but maybe within a few weeks, I may get my Tuesdays off again. Heather's boyfriend's dad, if you're new to my channel, he took a bad fall off the back of a ladder and landed onto concrete flat on his back and hit his head, the back of his head, on the concrete. And yeah, it was pretty scary. But he is out of the hospital now. And he did go through some therapy, and he, oh gosh, he wanted out of that hospital in the worst way. He had an alarm on him because he was not supposed to be getting up on his own. He was a fall risk. He would take that alarm off, of course. One time they found he had ripped out his IV and everything. They found him changing into his clothes, because he was going to leave. He was bound and determined to get out of that hospital. They did manage to convince him to go up to the, you know, first, of course, he was in the ICU, then they moved him to the regular floor, and then they eventually got him into the rehab part of the hospital for some, you know, physical therapy and rehabilitation before they would let him go home. So he had to agree to that. But then the whole family had to go up to the hospital before they released him, and they had to all, you know, be made aware of, you know, what they had to do to help take care of him. And because physically he was getting better, mentally he was getting better, but he's still confused. Some things he will, because they'll ask him questions and they will have him write down the answers. And, you know, some things he'll get perfectly fine. You know, what is your name? You know, things like that. But when they asked him what the date was, he wrote down gibberish. It was letters and numbers and stuff. And also when they asked him who the president was, it was just, you know, gibberish. And so, you know, he's not all back yet. You know, he of course had a severe concussion. He had some bleeding in his brain even, which is clearing up, thank heavens. Didn't need to have surgery or anything on that, but yeah, he is still kind of confused. So don't know when Adam's mom is going to want to take on the responsibilities of, you know, watching Maddie and little Levi again. So, And that's why I am watching the kids on Tuesdays again, because that's when she typically has her days off, is on Tuesdays, and would watch them. So that's why I have been having them all 5 days again. So, which gets to be a long week for me. I love my grandkids dearly, and it's, you know, it is an honor, really, to be a grandma that actually gets to help raise her grandkids in a way. You know, I deal with them on a daily basis, and, you know, I actually help to see them grow. And, you know, things like that. So, you know, that side of it is just fantastic. But, yeah, I'm getting old. And yeah, it's very tiring chasing after kids. You know, and little Levi is now, what, 13 weeks old, I think. And so he's a lot of work. And he can really, you know, when he gets tired, boy, watch out. And he is such a sleep fighter that, oh, when he gets in his crabby moods, the only thing I can do with him is walk the floors. I think I put on a couple miles a day with that kid. Juggling him, jiggling him, bouncing him in my arms, whatever it takes, right? You do whatever it takes. I bought a, I don't know if I talked about this in my last color and chat. I bought a high chair that doesn't fit on the floor. It straps to an existing chair so you don't take up so much room, you know, in your dining room or kitchen or wherever you put your high chair. Let's see, what color do I want to go on the back side of this? Yellow and purple are across the color wheel, so they complement each other so well. So let's put a yellow next to the purple. So yeah, I bought that for on the chair, and it's a very nice one. It actually swivels, and it has an insert in it for little infants, you know, in case you want to, you know, not of course when you're going to spoon feed them, because they're not on spoon feeding yet. They're not doing anything but drinking out of a bottle. But you can have them laying back in there and feed them if you need to, you know, do something else with your other hand or whatever. And I thought, that may also, you know, not only will it not take up as much room, because it was hard for me to get a high chair in here for Maddie, but I could maybe put him in that chair. My dining room chairs have wheels on, so I could maybe wheel him into the kitchen, and he could be by me while I finish making supper and stuff, you know, or if I have to get, you know, Maddie lunch or, you know, whatever. It's just, if it's something quick, it doesn't pay, because it's such, it takes quite a bit to get him strapped into that thing. You know, you have the shoulder harnesses and the harness coming around the sides and snapping it all together. Yeah, you know, if you're a mom, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So one day he was being cranky, and I had just gotten the chair to the high chair on, you know, put together and on the dining room chair, and Maddie wanted him in there in the worst way, and he was being fussy, and I says, I don't think he is going to sit. But I said, you know, she was insisting, so I'm like, okay, let's try it. And he was okay. He let me put him in there. Let me take the time to figure out the straps. It's the first time that I strapped them in there, so I could not for the life of me figure out how the shoulder straps fit into the, you know, the little strap that comes out by the crotch area, and that all fit together with the side straps, and I couldn't figure it out. Finally, I got it. It's like ding, 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 Lisa. So Maddie decided, you know, because I pushed him a little bit on it. Well, she thought that was great fun. So she kept pushing him back and forth, because I have wood laminate flooring in my dining room into the kitchen. And so, oh my gosh, I'm almost off camera. So she thought it was great fun pushing him back and forth. So she did that for a while. I, of course, was watching, even though he was strapped in. You never know with, you know, a 3-month-old what can happen. So, yeah, then eventually, you know, she got bored with it. So I took over, and yeah, he sat in that chair, and because he was fussing so bad all morning. Oh, this is keeping him quiet. Cool, let's keep him in here. And I tell you, no, don't laugh. And now that I'm talking about this, yeah, I remember I did talk about this in a previous color and chat. But again, if you're new to my channel, I'll talk about it again. He sat in that chair. I pushed him back and forth between... I still can't believe I did this. Between the between the dining room and the kitchen for like a little over an hour. Yes, people, you heard me right. I did that for an hour, and I screwed that up. Well, let's do this. I went in front of the purple rather than behind. See, I make so many mistakes when I'm talking and not concentrating. But yet, I can't operate, you know, my coloring mojo in my mouth at the same time. It's like one or the other has to go. Anyhow, yes, I pushed him for an hour. And you know what? That kid fell asleep in that chair. Can you believe it? It's like, oh my gosh. So I pushed him for a little while longer so that I knew he was good and sound asleep. Stopped, unstrapped him. He never budged. And I sat down with him because I knew if I laid him down in his crib, he was going to wake up. Never fails. I usually end up just hanging on to him while he takes his naps, and yes, I know that is spoiling him rotten, but it's the only time I get a little bit of peace. It would be nice, though, to be able to lay him down in the crib, though, and really get a nice break. Be able to do, you know, something else. So I am going to start trying it. And even though I hate to do it, every once in a while I do put him in the crib, and I have to let him cry for a little while because I know that that's the only thing that's wrong, is that he's tired, you know, and he won't give in. Just will not give in. Okay. Am I going to be able to cover up that yellow? Because if I try it with blue, it's going to turn out green. Let's do a test. Let's do it on the back side of here. Let's go with some yellow. Let that dry a little. Let's go over it, a little bit of it with green, see if that's going to work okay. Actually, that may. Better than blue, because I think, yeah, blue is not going to go over it very nicely. Let's try going over it with green. I guess that kind of decided what color that's going to be. And let's see if we can do this. Well, I'll have to go over it with another coat once this dries, but I may get away with my mistake here, covering it up. And yeah, I'll have to put a couple of layers of this down because right now it's pretty light. It is a light green. And this is pretty shiny on camera, isn't it? And when I pause this, when I have to go and finish supper, I'm going to play around with my lighting because it's even shadowy here for me to color. So I can imagine for, yeah, it is kind of dark for you guys. I'm going to have to make some adjustments. Some adjustments up there. So yeah, that's been my life. What has everybody else been doing? It is Sunday, of course. This is when I record my color and chats. I really, really wanted to get some recordings done yesterday. I had a number of flip-through videos I had to do, a couple swatch videos. I wanted to get the first and maybe second part of this color and chat done. The first part yesterday and maybe part 2 today. So I actually had 2 color and chats to actually put up this week. Oh, tell me it isn't so. But alas, yes, had good intentions. And then I got sick. I don't know what my problem was, but my tummy was so upset all day. So yeah, I thought, no, I'm not gonna push it to try to do videos today. I'll just record what I can tomorrow, being today. Oh, that was confusing. So yeah, I'm just gonna see what I can get done to put up this week, and I may not be able to have a video for every day. I try to have something up every day for you guys, and I know I ran out of videos last week. I didn't have one up on Friday, and I don't think then, because I couldn't record yesterday, I don't believe I had one up yesterday either. Boy, I don't know the last time that I went 2 days in a row with no video up for you guys. I'm so sorry. Bet you missed me terribly, didn't you? Yeah, I'm sure you even noticed. Although, my favorite coloring, color tubers, I always notice when they don't have a video up. And I do definitely have my favorites. There's a number of them I really like, but I think we all have our favorites that we, you know, consistently watch, and we're dedicated to their channels. And I have gotten many comments from you guys stating such too, and you don't know how that makes me feel. It just, you know, makes me feel so good that you enjoy my channel, you love my color and chats, and that's why I want to get more out there for you guys. They are one of my higher viewed videos, and that's great. That means that people are liking them. And so yeah, I am hoping, like I said, once I get my Tuesdays off again, that I will be able to do a couple color and chats every week. Hopefully I'll have enough to talk about. Yeah, that's the other thing, you know. It's not enough to just color on camera. You gotta have something to talk about, or it would just be a color, not a color and chat, right? Gotta have the talking with the color and chat. No chat wouldn't be as fun. And I love interacting with you guys, so yeah. If I wasn't talking, I wouldn't get in much feedback from you guys. So what is everybody coloring? Has anybody been able to join along on this color along for the month? The Kameliya Angelkova. I love her books, if I haven't said that in the past. And I probably will have this, I'm hoping to have this part 1 of this color and chat up tonight yet. Hope. Might be late, but yeah, I'm hoping. And then do part 2. But I did also record a flip through of her latest book that I figured was going to come out because she did a springtime mandalas, summertime mandalas, autumn mandalas. So I figured, okay, she's got to do a wintertime mandala, right? Sure enough, she did. And so I recorded a video earlier today doing a flip through of that book. So that will be up this next week. So many pretty pictures in that book. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And as you can imagine, there's quite a few Christmas ones in there. So we will definitely be doing a color and chat out of that book yet this month. That will probably be my next color and chat for this color along. We'll be out of that winter book. So, yeah. Did anybody else get the email from Johanna Basford, which stated, let me check my figures here, on 11/18, which I believe is going to be tomorrow, Johanna is attempting to break the world record in drawing the largest drawing by an individual in a 24-hour period of time. And you know how big this picture is going to be? Get this. And I'm going to tell you in feet because to me the meters didn't mean as much. It is going to be, and that's, I wrote it down here. Where did it go? 4,520 square feet. Did you hear that right? Yes, you did. 4,520 square feet. That boggles my mind. I can't even imagine how big that is. She said she's borrowing the gym that from the school that she used to go to as a kid, and she is putting the paper down on the gym floor, and then she is going to she is going to draw like all of her inky flowers and all of that stuff. So it's not going to be big, just, you know, whatever type of drawing. She's going to actually draw and see if she can get that completed in 24 hours. I can't wait because I'm hoping she will show it somewhere, you know, what she did and if she actually broke the record. It just boggles my mind. So yeah, if you receive Johanna's emails, I'm sure you have read that one too, but oh my gosh. Like I said, I can't even picture in my mind how big of a drawing that is going to be. Wow. Unreal. I didn't even think it was possible to draw it in the first place, but much less in a 24-hour period of time. How is that possible? Ooh, I'm liking these colors together. We got to throw some blue in there now. Oh, and when I'm done with this blue, I am going to have to pause and finish my supper. I think I will take my phone down then and I'm going to charge it up while I finish everything so that I know my battery ain't going to die when I finish this video after supper. So yeah, can you imagine trying to draw? Well, I can't draw at all, so no, I couldn't imagine drawing any of it, much less something that huge in 24 hours. Again, it boggles me mind. I'm trying to look at what color I'm going to fill in that itty bitty space with. Let's see, we can't do blue, we can't do yellow. The only thing we could do is Well, there's so much good. Maybe we'll do purple there. How is everybody's weather? Has it warmed up by you? After this frigid entire fall. Oh, it's been so disgusting. Ugh. I mean, all of October, November has just been so below normal. Last week, the one morning we had below 0 wind chill. Not by much, but it was below 0. I mean, that's just nasty. Nasty, nasty. And that's the day that they said every single state in the United States, somewhere within that state, now some of the states are in the mountains, but every state got below freezing. Is that not unreal? Now, like California, of course, it was in the mountains. Hawaii, it was in the mountains. But now, where in Florida would it have gotten below 0? And I didn't see Florida marked on the map as being a state that got below 0. But the weatherman said that every single state got below freezing temps. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, that is just, isn't that unbelievable? Usually, you know, if anything like that were to happen, it would be like January or something. Usually January is our coldest month anyhow. But good news is on the horizon, yay. It's already warmer this weekend. But, oh, and this is just incredible. We have not seen this on the thermometer in a long time. By, am I almost out of ink? No. By next weekend, it is supposed to get near 40. Yes, you heard it right, folks. You heard it right here on Lisa's Coloring Channel. It is going to get even possibly in the low to mid 40s. I told Bob that is the day. Next Saturday we should put out the Christmas decorations. You know that I don't put lights on the house itself anymore. It's just too hard for Bob to do. One year I had my son go up there and do it, but I just don't do it anymore. And a couple years ago, my kids gave me a bunch of cute light up deer, Christmas deer and stuff to put out. And last year was just so difficult for us with Bob's esophageal cancer surgery and whatnot. I didn't put up any Christmas decorations at all. And so all those new Christmas decorations are still sitting in the basement. And I'm like, oh, I want to get them out this year. And Bob just kind of looks at me. He's always kind of been a bah humbug type of person anyhow. But he would always put all the decorations out and put the lights up and whatnot for me. Sweet man that he is. But so when I said something about maybe getting the decorations out next week, and he just kind of looks at me and he goes, yeah. I go, yeah. It's supposed to be 40. You know, it's not that you have to turn the lights on or anything. Although, I think it was this weekend already, I seen a number of people had their Christmas lights on already. To me, it's a little early to have your lights on. I can understand having them on your house and, you know, your decorations in your yard, because who wants to go out there and do that when it's 20 below? But to actually turn them on, no. Most people wait till after Thanksgiving, like Thanksgiving night is when a lot of people turn on their Christmas lights. And to me, that's a good time to do it, you know. After Thanksgiving is when the Christmas season starts, right? You go straight from one holiday into the next. So yeah, that's why, you know, this end of the year stuff is always so busy. And not just for the typical person with Christmas shopping and, you know, all of that. You have so many companies where it's crunch time, you know, it's the end of the year stuff. I know where my daughter works. It's called UMS. It's a United Mail Service, and that's where companies bulk mail items through, and so they get a discounted rate by going through and using this service. Well, yeah, with all of the Christmas flyers and end of the year crap that goes out, they are just swamped where she works. And, you know, even all the banking institutions and accountants and, you know, all of that, they have all this end of the year stuff to do. So, yeah, it gets to be a hectic time of the year for a lot of people. You know, like I said, besides Christmas. So, a lot of people really have their plates full, even more so than people like me. I don't have to worry about that. Thank heavens. I don't know if my brain could handle it. My brain barely handles what I do have going on. Oh, especially some days. Some days are always better than others, right? Oh my gosh, I am definitely going to have to fix this lighting problem, because that shadowing is really bugging me. It's probably bugging you guys too. Like I said, hopefully you're listening to this video more than you're watching. All right. So, yeah, I think I'm going, well, it's what, 4:15. I guess I have time to we'll quick do these purples in here, and then we'll have this whole section of the mandala done. And how long has it been? 47 minutes. That's not too bad. And I think what I'm going to do is I am just going to end this then as part 1. And I am hoping then that, well, no, I know I will, because I have a few things I want to talk about that I don't want to wait until next weekend. So I will either come on tonight. I think that's what I'll do. I'll come on tonight and make part 2, and then put part 2 up sometime during the week. Yeah, see, now to me that's too much purple, but it was really the only color that I could fill in with. So, and where's that green one that here's the green one that I went over the yellow. And that actually looks okay. Awesome. I covered up my boo-boo. So, yeah. I don't know what I was talking about, but... oh, yeah. End of the year crunch time. I can hear Bob grumbling in the other room. He's watching his drag racing. Yeah, so I go finish my supper. It is smelling wonderful in here. Hoping this teriyaki sauce, this homemade teriyaki sauce, turned out. I didn't like the last recipe that I made as much with the beef. I had a recipe prior to that I really liked, and I could not find it again. So this one sounded very similar to the other one that I had made. So I thought, let's try this one. I have it now saved in Pinterest, so that if I do like it, I'll have it. When I made the sauce to pour over the chicken, though, I, you know, kind of dipped my finger in. Yes, I did that. To kind of see what it tasted like, soy sauce, versus the brown sugar. I like my teriyaki sauce a little bit on the sweeter side. Not terribly sweet, but a little. And yeah, when I tested it, it tasted so strong of just soy sauce. So I add a little bit extra brown sugar. You know, you got to doctor up the recipes a little, right? So this is where we are at. Look at all that bling bling shine. Oh, I am really liking this. I like these colors together. So yeah, I am going to leave this here. This is going to be part 1. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and I'm going to color this section, or most of it. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I will, because I think this outside one is going to take a while to do. So that's what I will do. I will color this, and then we'll color the outside part together in part 2 of this color along. So I hope you enjoyed the first part of this color and chat out of, again, this is Kameliya Angelkova's 50 Spiral Mandalas. I think this is one of her newer books. And this is part 1. I'll finish it in part 2. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new to my channel. I hope everybody has had a terrific weekend, and as always, happy coloring. Bye guys.